Hi everyone, in this clip I would like to share with you our exchange of punches with Sensei Kevin Cooke. We recorded it in his lovely dojo on the day after the seminar in Cornwall, and we looked on two different concepts of firing the Gyaku Tsuki. So Kevin is using double hip from Shukoku Kai, which is super powerful, super fast. I'm using more of a the way my teacher was throwing punch, so I don't know if there is a name for it, but let's call it a Shinaido way. Both relying on myofascial system, so Kevin is doing more of a expansion, stretch and firing. Mine is more of a contraction of the muscles. You can see the differences on the video. I personally don't rely so much on the developing power. I'm not having a huge focus on doing one single punch with a full power. I'm more kind of in favor of throwing a lot of shots with medium power. I think this is better translated to a dynamic sparring and fighting. Although I can appreciate that one quick punch in a self-defense situation can resolve all of the issues. When you get people on the spot, on a briefing, it's a really good weapon. So I don't consider myself a very hard puncher, but feedback from people who spar with me suggests that there is some power in there. But best would be to check it on those measuring pads where you can exactly have a figure on your punch. And I can only say that Kevin is heavy hitter. The speed is amazing and the power is great. I hope you're gonna enjoy that clip.
Hi interweb people, I've been invited to Kevin Cooke's Cornwall Karate Dojo. We just had a seminar, and we talked a few months ago about different ways of punching, and I asked Sensei Kevin to show me the Shukoku Kai way. It's Shukoku Kai, isn't it?
Shukoku Kai, yeah.
Because they've got that double hip punch. I don't use it, although we just think that I'm punching similarly, probably subconsciously. So we're gonna compare the punches and we'll see how it goes, and that's the clip for you. So thank you for Kevin.
Thank you.
To allow me to use his dojo and have some secret videos for you guys. Yeah?
Yep.
You wanna punch first?
Yeah, I can do, yeah. Should we just lift that up a little bit?
There you go. Can't take care of myself usually.
Oh, that was a bad one. Not the pad.
Like
yeah.
This is really nice. One more. I like the speed. The speed is super nice. Hope you enjoyed it. I didn't. I'm gonna go with excuses. I've got a bad shoulder, but more.
Nice, yeah. It's lovely. You can feel it going through the pad
Yeah.
into me. That's excellent.
So that's our way of punching. Can you explain a little bit of your mechanics?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I do the traditional double hip of Shukoku. I believe Shukoku used to pull this hip back before it came forwards. So I trained with Kimura Sensei, and at the stage when I trained with him, he didn't really do that. So we trained very square on, and the idea was to pull this hip forwards, which sets up this muscle stretch. The hand and the shoulder stay behind, and then we just release this stretch to let the punch go. But really it's quite a microscopic movements. And then we just add in lots of little things. So we have a slight sort of rising and dropping. So if I over exaggerate, it's a little bit like this. And then we've got the shoulder making this kind of movement as well. Okay, so this way, so we've got this sinking feeling. So our legs are sinking, arms sinking, and then just moving our body mass in as well. So when we start off, we just hit and we have a slight movement forwards by pushing with this back leg. And then obviously the more you move your body in, the more mass you have coming into the punch.
So we're using a little bit different, or at least in the description, I think. So I just try to focus on heavy hand. So imagine that I've got the hammer in the hand. When you do hammering, you don't use the hand, you use the hammer. So this is all very relaxed. As it goes in, you're kind of contracting everything in, so everything caves in, but as well the body mass goes in, but there's no circular motion. It's just very direct. But imagine that you're pushing through, so like a bullet train going through. Obviously it depends what punch you're doing, but as well that sinking down in drives in, right? So you go in, drop in, everything concaves, and hit. That's why, you know, when you do testing, it just hick it doesn't work that much. I'd rather go forward and go here, bringing everything in, and that body mass in. So
I definitely agree with the hikite. I think, it was always one of those things that was drummed into traditional karate people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you pull back, and actually when you test it, it makes no difference at all. I think the other thing is a lot of people make the mistake when they're punching of pulling back as soon as they hit the surface.
Yeah.
And I try and use the analogy of, like, if you've got a fancy wireless charger for a phone, the phone's got to be in contact with it for the power to transfer, and the same with a punch. If you pull back too quickly, you don't get that transfer. If you stick to the target, I guess the heavy hand principle all goes through.
Well, I love Kevin's punching. If you've got a chance to be training with Kevin, do that. You can come to our Karate for Mental Health seminar. And as always, members of Patreon have got a discount, so contact me directly. Don't book through the website. Peace out.